Welcome to a new Shadow Sister healing video. In my videos, I let your shadow meet your light, so you can be whole again. And here, black candle for today's shadow that is represented by Lilith energy. And with this black candle for Lilith, I welcome now the shadow that seeks truth. I honor what has been hidden. And with this white candle, this is for Mary Magdalene energy. I welcome the sacred flame of the heart. I honor love that heals and restores. And now these two candles together. May shadow and sacred unite within me, transforming fear into wisdom and pain into power. And these two candles, two divine feminine archetypes, are now perfectly this kind of dual polarity of shadow and light for under Gemini full moon that was just now 4th of December. I wrote something about the black moon Lilith in Scorpio because it's still until 20th of December in the Scorpio, the black moon Lilith. This astrological placement, of course, in the previous videos I talked about Lilith too, who was the first wife of Adam, who was created equal but protested this kind of patriarchy and ran to the forest to be wild. So anyway, this black moon Lilith, let's study a little bit before we go into reading to understand what is it, because I'm kind of seeing that black moon Lilith now as an energy here. So in Scorpio, Lilith energy becomes deeply psychological, transformative, and introspective. It invites you to confront repressed desires, fears, and shadow material. This year, 2025, has been great for shadow work, emotional honesty, and reclaiming power. The Scorpio placement heightens intensity around intimacy, authenticity, power dynamics, buried truths, any taboo or hidden, and offers an opportunity for radical inner liberation and self-acceptance. So then we have also this Gemini full moon energy still currently active, and it has brought us a lunar energy focused on duality, communication, internal dialogue, reflection, and mental clarity. Full moons tends to illuminate what has been hidden, invite revelation, integration, and release. So this now is dual power I'm kind of bringing now here as Lilith and Mary Magdalene. And I have today a spread, 6-card spread, where I have the dark Lilith and the light Mary Magdalene. And we are gonna look how can I transform my inner darkness into sacred fire. But now let's introduce this piece. So part number one, these images are showing the face of the Lilith. So Lilith is always this kind of rebellious. So this deck fits very well to it. It's fearless. Fearless, fight like a girl is this deck, and pile number one you have forwarded, flaunting, fight. So you can choose based on this Lilith. And then the solar plexus chakra, yellow aventurine, also divine comedy deck. Let me show what is on the bottom of this deck. This is shadow aspect of your reading. It's the Queen of Pentacles. And this pile is then having this image from the Lost and found Faust in Labyrinth. I'm using these old postcards, but I randomly picked them for this reading. So this kind of devilish dog is howling here. And then pile number 2 is heart chakra, green aventurine. Your Lilith is this kind of 22, the make-believe fight. Bottom of the deck, this will be heart chakra related Finnish Ukonpakka deck. Bottom of the deck is Vellamo, the Queen of Cups. And this will be your image. And pile number 3 is this Joker Crystal Labradorite from Romania. Your Lilith will be 21, the Rebel Fight. And this is my own Shadow Sister healing deck. And bottom of the deck is Emperor. We will find a way. So this is then the image also. Okay. What else I have to say about this reading? Yes, of course, I'm gonna start reading this book, and the chapter is now Walpur's Night Dream, which is a little bit like a Shakespeare's Midnight Summer Dream play, but in the Faust. Things are happening, and yes, there are some hidden advice cards here also in these piles. So see you soon in your reading. Welcome to your reading, pile number 1. I've selected this kind of sacred feminine showing Lilith, and this is your Faust story. A Walpur's Night Dream, or the Golden Wedding of Oberon and Titania. The stage carpenter. This stage won't need old milding skill. We got no work to do here. Dual soggy valleys, one old hill, and that's the total view here. A herald. A marriage in its 50th year is golden by duration, and they stopped quarreling too, I hear. That's gold for jubilation. Oberon. That's like a fairy king. Spirits, I'm here. And where are you? Show yourselves now, you devils. Your king and queen are wed anew, so let's begin our revels. Book. Book's here, my lord. I dance, I spin. I'm light of foot. You will find me among 100 others in the giddy throng behind me. Ariel. Ariel's song is sweet and pure. Some ugly frumps revere it, but it can also please and lure when lovely ladies hear it. Oberon. Couples, if it in the married state, you look for calm contentment. Do as we've done and separate. Distance will lend enchantment. Titania, this is the wife of the Oberon, the fairy queen. When wife and husband can't agree, immediately advise them, Madam, go south and Sir, go north. That will depolarize them. A solo. Look here comes Mr. Bagpipe Squeeze, alias Sir Soap Bubble. He has to wingle and whine and wheeze. His blunt nose gives him trouble. A spirit still under cultivation. Toad belly, spider's feet, a pair of wings, a puny baby, hardly an animal so far, but a tiny poem maybe. A young couple. We walk short-stepped but high of heart, through honey, dews and flowers. Yes, you can trot with agile art, but flight is not yet ours. Anyway, this is start of this story. I don't know what to make of it, but this looks a little bit like enchanted, some kind of interesting, almost like a gypsy kind of person, very tarot-like. Is there some other animal here? I think there's an eagle. and we will read this. But this is showing your Lilith. This will be your advice card. I'm going to show you already next to this one. And you got this advice card based on your crystal. So these are like a wild cards you got. So you got a shadow and light deck, energy motivation 20. It's interesting. It's very poem-like wrote here. Nice. We will see. I have also this kind of iron cards. I thought like if you want to embody some feminine energy, like a strong in a sense of like power in the shadows and also like a sacred feminine. That would be like a, what is embodiment? So we have here, I'm strong. So you need to be strong, almost like going to gym. It's part of your feminine power. Then we have also this kind of karma cards. This is in the 6th house, spiritual as a full-time job, mental serving, physical do it a little at a time. It's really this kind of Dionysical, because there is all this kind of wheel of the food, kind of like you're well fed, but like I think, yeah, we will find out what is it. This Virgo energy. Very practical, like a healthy diet and strong training. There is something about being feminine that you take care of yourself, you nurture your body, you give it training, you give good food, healthy food, energy motivation. This is totally like you keep a good energy. There's something about that. This home look also very like nice and tidy, and like everybody's here like just chilling. Anyway, let's start to look this reading. This is the first one, so I have a little bit difficult to understand. Maybe we leave still this Lilith in the middle here. Let's keep this card here. So I have this spread. So the question is, how can I transform my inner darkness into sacred fire? Lilith gives access to period power, repressed creativity, raw instinctual energy, potent for creative blocks, transformation and shadow release, and the sacred feminine archetype, Mary Magdalene, anchors the power with compassion, healing, love, and spiritual embodiment, presenting the darkness. No. It's not presenting, wait. Preventing the darkness from becoming destructive and transforming it rather into art, expression, and soul work. First card, we are showing this Lilith side. Let's put the Lilith in this side. And I have a feeling this advice card, they are kind of both. I'm going to put for you now this Mary Magdalene, this energy motivation. There's something about that. Maybe even the healthy diet. Everything is here on this light side. While here is this. Nice, there is like a white deer and a red deer. Kind of like interesting. Sacred and profane in the form of this. Okay. Anyway, first we see the shadow. What part of me is rising from the shadow? Okay, Lilith can be here. Okay. What part of me is rising from the shadow? Lilith card. And then there is the block. Fear, attachment, and old story that needs to be shed. what's even underneath that shadow, what is that block. Then we have on this Magdalene side, healing. What needs healing or compassion? Where your heart wants softness, forgiveness, or gentleness. And how can I embody my sacred feminine power? And yes, this was also here. This kind of embodiment is here. And then we have the integration. How Lilith and Magdalene unite within me. Inner alchemy. And yes, I had still this card. I could have taken as a third card already. This was what truth is being revealed now in this Gemini full moon times. Truth can be very healing, and truth is part of the Lilith power also. It's really kind of deep healing with the truth. Yes, and today's theme message is, where there is love, there is no question. Let's see. We start from this. Wow, this is totally shadow. So the Lilith really want to show the broken heart. What part of me is rising from the shadow? This kind of stabbed heart. Really, there is like injury, like heart is broken. Broken heart wanna come from this shadow. Interesting, we have also this heart here. It's like be stabbed. It is succubus. And then the block, fear, attachment, old story that needs to be shed. Okay. The wheel. This can be Jupiter energy. So Jupiter in the good sense is like expanding, growing everything, and then other ways can be stagnant. So if this is block of this Jupiter energy, you cannot like get larger your circles. You cannot grow something. You're blocked in some kind of like a survival mode possibly. But this wheel, it's like, as in the block position, it's indeed the wheel is not turning. And you should like a shift this wheel to the better direction. That things would be moving. Okay. I think it is really, this card talks already about this kind of stuck energy, frozen energy, and things have to just be moving. But something about motivation is here. Okay, then. Okay, third card is actually this. So let's see now. This is what truth is being revealed now. So under these times, what could be this kind of light from the sky? Seven of Swords, another pain. This can be really betrayal, cheating, lying, all these kind of things that hurt. Also, like there is a tragedy, like somebody is having a tragedy, and then it's like winning at all cost, going to the enemy's camps to steal the knives. But and you know here, this picture is almost like a witch calling for all these crows. It's a little bit like a dark magic. So it's kind of like a dark shadow, totally, because it's even like the person is smaller than the shadow. There is something about like the fear gets bigger. That actually it's not so bad as the shadow looks like. So it's as it next to this kind of shadow card, it's a heartbreak. Yeah, it's just like what you feed, how much you let that pain grow. And yes, there is possible the block is that there you just have been, this heart is really like a bleeding, really hurt. It's hard to move on from this. Okay. Anyway, the Magdalene card is now about healing. Healing and compassion, Queen of Cups. So we had a shadow aspect of a reading was a Queen of Pentacle. So it was this kind of wife that would have been like a committed relationship, like a queen wife, but this Queen of Cups is emotional. So it's totally this kind of Magdalene type sacred woman. It's like the power of your own willpower, even motivation. You can get this heart working again. This queen is completely nurturing and this kind of caring queen. You need self-care. There is definitely all these signs. How can you do self-care for yourself? This what is needed. So you need to have this self-love, compassion for yourself. Where your heart wants softness, forgiveness, and gentleness. Yes, this kind of nurturing queen. Intuitive nurturing queen. Water queen also could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. It's healer. So it's totally Magdalene is showing as a healer. You can do it for yourself. Looks like really like a full-time job, serving, do a little time like healthy diet, exercise, something about energy motivation here as well. Okay, and then we have here how I embody sacred feminine power. So, okay, 5 wands. This can be in this card like a wrestling with the angel, wrestling with your guardian angel. How do you embody? I think you have to be less stubborn or something. This person is really stubborn here. Like, I want to go there, and the guardian angel say no. It's like, not now. But I want to go there. Not now. Okay, the wheel card is also often a divine timing. Like there's a right time for everything. Somehow, this has now been the time to wake up with this pain. What it was not good for you because pain shows really the truth. It's like you feel it. Okay, so this embodiment is to understand your nature of being a little bit like you have to be a good team player, even in your celestial like a angel crew. They want that you are like cooperating. Like, okay, trust us, trust this divine guidance, and don't be so stubborn that you always wanna egoistically what you want. Listen us, listen the guidance. Let us guide you, let us love you. There's this even this is very like a nurturing. Let us nurture you. Like take in all this kind of divine guidance. I think you have blocked this movement somehow, and this is also can be a beneficial Jupiter energy. Not to fight on something, but like move with it. Okay, now we have this integration. How this Lilith and Magdalene unite within yourself, inner alchemy. Okay, Knight of Sword. The sword energy is really the pain with the mind, like something even like a hurtful like beliefs, hurtful ideas, words being said. These are all on this side, but then it unites to this kind of ambitious knight. This will be Lancelot in the King's Arthur stories. Somebody gonna go to rescue the situation, being really fast at the task, being very ambitious, doing the work, using the mind and moving fast, like really Gemini energy. Yes, using the mind even as a weapon. Integrity. I think you have to integrate all the lessons. This is giving you a lesson. You have to integrate it. Then you can take good action. And you can... Things are happening here. Because energy of the air is fast. It's like a change energy. So here was stuck. Let this kind of change happen in your life somehow. It's interesting how here is also like a fighting embody. Okay, I'm gonna verify this now. I really want to verify. Let's have these kitty cards. Sometimes I'm thinking too long. What is this wanting to tell about this? How I can embody my sacred feminine power? And it's so this stubborn. King of Swords. Okay, totally mastery of faith and truth and like a knowing what's right. Wisdom. Wow, the sacred embodiment is that you are taking the lessons into the wisdom. You are really having power of knowledge. Even this kind of higher guidance. It can be this source too, coming from this guy. So let the guidance happen. Be open for it. Okay. How about this block? Show me more of the block. Okay, it's about the world. Something about how you wanna... Okay, this is also circle, the same way as a wheel is a circle. So something kind of full circle moment. You have to close this cycle. This could be cycle of pain, but you have to close it to then move to the next. But of course, you can talk also about like a word. All these times when we couldn't the COVID times we couldn't do much. The world has become an obstacle also, and has put kind of like a block on our way. Or there has been some fears that's happening around the world also, influencing. Okay, I'm gonna see more. Let's see. I'm gonna verify still. I'm gonna verify this Seven of Swords because it's such a betrayal. What is that truth that is revealed? Ten of Pentacles. Okay, it's a legacy. There's really a high like money in the and stake here. Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. This cat is sleeping and the mouse is like rolling a coin away. Mouses are around this cat. It's resting on the property. This is also kind of sneaky energy here. I think you have to watch out that when you don't pay attention, somebody's gonna steal your money or something. Like you pay attention about that your finances are not like somebody's gonna here like do some trickery with your money. These mouses, these mouses should not be dancing around here. They are somebody's wanting what you got. That's you should understand. Somebody wants to take what you got. You have all this legacy and all this like a fortune, and somebody want to take it. Watch out. Okay, and then the integration. Let's have it here. Page of Pentacle. Okay, this is Knight. This is Page. Willing to invest to something. Like the integration is like you are seeing value. What is for you? There is something about taking action also, like making these lessons all. But Yes. Being enthusiastic about some new stuff. This is also fast moving, but like be open-minded, like a teenager energy about something like that you're passionate about, excited about. Let your excitement guide you. That's the whole integration of these two parts. Getting again like excited about something, because this has been stagnant energy. This is movement energy. Here is also something like energy and motivation. You start to be excited of little things in life. And even watching this coin that nobody's taking your money. Like here is like this, exactly this one coin is rolling away, or here is like, no, that's my money. Like you are like guarding your property also. You're strong. Okay, let's start to read this advice cards. So here, flaunting fight. And the tea message was again, let's see. Where there is love, there is no question. Okay, this is your Lilith energy, Black Moon Lilith. It's time to let yourself inhabit your abundance. Okay, it's all about this abundance actually here was also. Flaunt your colors, own your magnificence, don't shrink in modesty or hide in subtlety. The poor don't get richer from you going without. The ill don't get better because you sacrifice your health. Your starving doesn't feed the hungry. Let go of guilt, especially when it comes to your blessings. Watching you enjoy your blessings with an open heart and cheerful spirit invites the rest of us to reach for our own. Your thriving life challenges all who watch it to know what's possible for their own life should they step out of scarcity, otherwise known as scarcity. Stop playing so small and suffering guilt over your blessings or achievements. Let them do what they are meant to do, inspire. Wow, that also, I was talking about that this is like inspiration. You are getting inspired by something and you're inspired to really thrive. And you put your power in yourself, you invest in yourself, you're learning the lessons, you're strong, you're doing little at a time, but you're eating healthy, and now there is still this energy motivation. And I saw you still current feelings of a person. But let's have first this. Interesting reading. So part number one. There are so many things in this world that easily drain both your energy and motivation to do things you might want to do. There are so many shoulds being thrown around both by others but also by yourself. How often have you heard yourself say or think, I should do this and I should do that? And not to mention the classic to-do list. This feeling that we should but are not implies that what we currently are doing is not enough. This can lead to more stress and you might be even less likely to get things done. The road to completing all the shoots might seem endless and you can't see the reward that comes with it. Only the pressure of doing better and doing more than what you're already doing. By simply changing the language you use, you will find it can reduce the stress related to certain things and hopefully restore the energy to do it and make you feel more motivated and positive towards whatever it is you think you should be doing. What if instead of using should, you start using could? I could do this and I could do that. It gives you an option. You can do it, but you don't have to, and it might reduce the sense of urgency and pressure. This card encourages you to think about what language you use when you think to yourself, but also when you talk to others. See if there are any words you might want to change that can lead you to more stress-free life, full of motivation and life energy. Affirmation. I should not do anything, but I could do anything I want. I think this is the same kind of spirit here in this kind of healing integrated that What could I do with my money? I could do so much. Yes. And what can I do when I have learned all my lessons? Also, I can start immediately something ambitious that I want to get done. And I get it done. Okay, current feelings of person. I have still here. Pile number 1. Current feelings of your person. Okay, one more. Boundaries reveal intentions. Emotionally unavailable people disappear when you hold standards, not because you did something wrong, but because they were never willing to meet you. Let them go. So it's good to have boundaries. The person even says that. I thought Kit could not be damaged, but what is this laser hitting in the front scanner part? Drones, hot lava, propaganda, psychic storm alert. This is like a supercar, but it's getting damaged with certain things. This person see you this kind of super car, but there is some like a little like maybe the mental thing, like same as this like front cortal like part in the brain. You can be like a like in the car there is this whole this like a special unit that is sensible. What is magnetic zeros? And in the streets you run a free like it's only you and me. Geez, you are something to see. Grace was in her steps, heaven in her eye, in every gesture, dignity and love. John Milton. And still current feelings. Your person, witnessing love, outsider, reader, full light, clarity, discovery channel, understanding, see through lies, knows exactly what is going on, objective, appearing cold, but not taking part in staying in safe distance. Everything tells me that there is a little bit like this boundary and somebody's watching you a little bit more from the far. I think you have to really focus on yourself. This is really now time to put yourself first. Yes. So this was your reading, pile number 1. I'm going to prepare now pile number 2. Welcome to your reading, pile number 2. I have selected this card for Faust. Let's read now. We are in this Walpurgis Night Dream, Golden Wedding of Oberon and Titania. And it continues here. A curious traveler. Is this not some stage trick again? Unless my eyes deceive me, I see the godlike Oberon plain, though no one will believe me. An orthodox believer. I see no claws, I see no tail, yet there's no doubt about them. These goblins, like the gods of Greece, are devils even without them. A northern artist. At present, all I can perceive is sketchy to be sure. But I'll be ready soon to leave on my Italian tour. A purist. How did I get here? What a stew of lechery. The whole place full of half-dressed witches. Only 2 are powdered. How disgraceful. A young witch. Powder is like a petticoat for ladies old and graying. I'm naked on my billy goat and know what I'm displaying. A matron. We will not waste words on you. We know our manners and our duties. You are young and fresh, but even so, may you soon rot my beauties. The conductor. Fly, snout, and knot nose. This striptease performance is distracting. Frog and grasshopper, if you please. Keep time while I'm conducting. A weather vane turning one way. What better company does one need? This place is simply swarming with nubile maidens and indeed with nice young men. How charming. The weather vane turning the other way. I wish the earth would spring a crack and swallow up the lot of them. I would disappear to hell and back myself, just get shot of them. The Xenia. Godflies and bugs is what we are. We are nasty little nippers. We honor our father. Okay, it was Satan was mentioned. Like a devil with these respectful capers. August von Hennings. Just hear them buzz, just see them swarm, like simple children playing. You would almost think they meant no harm. That's what they will be soon be saying. The Muse Master. I am happy to be on the loose among this Blocksberg rabble. Witches are easy to seduce. The Muse is much more trouble. The sometime genius of the age. One must be well connected. Come, I'll launch you. Many asses have climbed the Blocksberg's hump. There's room on Germany's Parnassus. The curious traveller. Tell me who's that tall and stiff, how pompously he paces. He's haunting Jesuits. Sniff by sniff, he's smelling out their traces. A crane. When wishing for men's soul, one tries both clear and troubled waters. He would undertake to missionize the devil's own headquarters. A worldling. For pious folk, all means will serve. When faith to be expounded, even on the Blocksbergs I observe, conventicles are founded. A dancer. Is that some future chorus? Why this sound of distant drumming? It's just the bitterness mating cry, the dreary bogland booming. The dancing master. The bent ones leap, the dull ones hop. How can they call this dancing? If they could see themselves, they would stop their skipping and their prancing. The fiddle. This lot all hate each other's guts and long for mutual slaughter. Orpheus lure tamed wild brutes. Backbites keep those in order. Okay, interesting. Orpheus was mentioned. This is like the one who can go to the dead places, but here we have the make-believe fight is also very like a fairy-like energy. What cards we have here? This is anyway representing for you the Lilith energy, Black Moon Lilith. And here we have the advice card. It's Blossom 20. I'm keeping this on the side of the Mary Magdalene. We have this kind of duality here. Then we have this house from the karma cards. 7th house, Libra energy, spiritual balance, mental cooperation, physical, your partners, so like relationship stuff. And this will give you this kind of embodiment energy. I'm worthy. Something to, it's actually interesting, like even this Lilith here has a crown in the head, so it's really like remember that you are like a queen. And bottom of the deck was also this kind of queen energy. This is like Queen of Cups. This is shadow aspect of your reading. And now we're gonna see future. So let's see. How can I transform my inner darkness into sacred fire? So we are gonna look first the shadow. This is the inner darkness. One of the two's inner darkness. What is that shadow? What part of me is rising from the shadow? And 2 is the actual block, the fear, the attachment, old story, the need to be that needs to be shed. Then we have this full moon Gemini energy. What truth is being revealed now in this kind of full moon times? All these times of the last time when the black moon Lilith is in Scorpio, very deep truths. Then we have this Mary Magdalene side, more sacred light here. What needs to be healing or compassion? Where your heart wants softness, forgiveness, or gentleness. And how can I embody my sacred feminine power? Last but not least is the integration card, how Lilith and Magdalene unite within me. One card for that. Shadow. Ace of Sword. Maybe you have to read this. This is like an interesting Ace of Sword. It's like honey. Some kind of sweet truth. Inner truth. Could be a one belief is rising from the shadow. Something about something. The story is a little bit long, but I think we're gonna see what is this bee. Bee is very like sacred animal too. It's nice to have it in this kind of Mary Magdalene reading. Bee. This is now showing the shadow. Healing, busy worker, goodness, serving others, helping others, cooperation, giving like a comfort to others, nurturing, really sincere and clean love. The life force is returning. Okay, so the life force is in the shadow. So the bee in Kalevala is like a kind helper who would come when you were asking. Also, the mother of Lemminkainen got help with the bees on the river of the Death River when her son was dying. So the Lemminkainen had died, a bit like Jesus, and the mother woke him up with the balm of this honey bee. So the story of this Lemminkainen waking up from the dead, like a rebirth, was that how the unconditional mother love can make everything possible. And so it gives this unconditional love gives a woman ability to cross the life and death. Wow. This is rising from the shadow, this kind of unconditional love. Even the ability that the bee can go under to the other world to get from there, from the darkness, from the shadow, because this is from the shadow. The bee can go there and get this healing balm from the darkness. And even was believed that you could whisper a message to the bee that then the bee would bring to the dead relative. They are really pollinating everything that grows. And without the bees, there would not be food in the world, so they are very important. What is this bee? Wow. This is coming from the shadow. Maybe there's even a message from the ancestors. Something like that. It's really this kind of supernatural stuff going on here, even this card. Okay, let's see now this block. Fear, attachment, the old story that needs to be shed. Wow, wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups. This was Ace of Swords. But the cup was still full of honey here. So healing truth. And then the block is something that the fish fulfillment is not happening because it's in that position. A bit like in the first pile, there's some kind of indeed blockage. Things are not like moving so well. Getting stagnant. The water when is still is not good. It has to be like moving. Let's find out this block. This is the attachment, old story that needs to be shed. This will be strong, forward movement, dexterity, fastness, focusing, facing the challenges and overcoming them, and renewing your emotional life. That has been now a block. Maybe you have been like not able to. You need this kind of healing the shadows. So in the stream of the river, there is a huge power. This power in the hands that know what they're doing can get miracles happening. But you have to be careful on these waters because the speed can go very much and it's getting like a hectic. The thoughts come as lightning, and before you know, you should already take action. You have to be able to have action well in the situation that change. You have to be able to trust your instincts, even your luck, to avoid this kind of rocks in the stream. So inside of you is also this kind of stream. The only way now is to follow that stream, almost like a flow state. Only, or you step out from the stream and you just watch and think what you do next. But when you are in the stream of emotional kind of like nothing such as happening, you are in it. Things happening fast, and big powers are on your side, and things are moving you forward. So you should not fight back. You just have to focus very hard to do something. Yes, you have to be in it. You have to go forward. You cannot like hold back. Almost like even these waters could be emotional waters, and don't hold back your tears. Part of the healing is also crying. So it's like let all this just waters move. Emotional waters just move in the way that they heal you. The movement heal you. Everything spirals in our world, and it's healthy. Even the insects, their wings are kind of like moving. So the movement is healthy. Okay, interesting. The blossom is here also. There's beautiful like a bee and a blossom. They're coming there. Now we have this truth now under the Gemini full moon. What you need to know? Oh, there is a devil. There is the devil. Of course, this can be a huge passion and a work energy, but it means that the time is now to hit the fire It's like you have to hit the fire when the fire is hot. Something about this devil. Can be also, devil can be a shadow work card, like pay attention, there's something dangerous. Something dangerous in the world could be happening also. Some devils are moving. Watch out. But Capricorn energy too is about these times. I think it's talking about these times. We are coming to Christmas and soon is Capricorn season. So it's also just that you have to kind of do the projects. You might have deadlines and you just have to, until end of the year, you have to finish something. They're like, for example, I'm in the school and I have a lot of schoolwork and you just have to do it. It's also that. Let's read something about the devil, because devil can be a warning also. Paholainen on täällä tänään. We are not afraid of the dark. We go to the underworld with Lilith and with the black moon Lilith in Scorpio. I'm not surprised the devil comes on our path. Or we were talking about like Lemminkäinen dying and needing a little bit like a extra balm. So there is some kind of devil here. Let's get to know it. Anyway, the devil is creating something new. Can be also forbidden fruit, temptations, anarchy, new life force, creative power, sensuality, sexuality, getting free from the old moral concepts, individuality, bravery to face the truth, and freedom of choice. So according to Christian knowledge, the devil was like a fallen angel, Lucifer, that is pushed away from God. Yes. So the Christian devil and the folklore devil are often different. The devil of the folklore could be close to people and sometimes even willing to help somebody who got in trouble, while the God is far away in the heaven. So the God was represented by the priest and the prayers and all these kind of words in the Bible, while devil could come and appear to people in its own person in the middle of the everyday life. And the devil would love to be in some card game places or drinking party, and would love to cause people like a shame. But also you might meet devil in the sauna or when you're baking your bread. So yes, and it kind of this Faust story also, the devil was always wanting to buy somebody's soul. And when you had a weak moment, it would offer you money and success and just get your soul in return. And if you would join with this devil, you would have like an easy life and no need to work, and there was this kind of promises. And if blackbirds would gather around your house, it was a sign that you have done a deal with the devil. Interesting. I have often these blackbirds here, but I mean, I'm just living near the park. But here, whatever is this is now, is revealed this devil. Maybe there is some sexy passion, little Christmas parties around here, because I know in Finland at least all this time people are like having this kind of little bit naughty like a company party. So maybe you will meet some sexy devil. Okay, now let's go for the sacred part. Mary Magdalene shows you healing, needs healing and compassion. Ja tulintarha, Nine of Pentacle. Okay, this independent energy. Beautiful, the very similar colors here. It's kind of labyrinth. I also have this whole series, I call it like a lost and found. Faust in Labyrinth is nice that the labyrinth showing here. While this is, of course, Nine of Pentacle is like you are able to gather wealth and you're able to like so what needs healing? Your independence, you being abundant yourself. Yes. And let's see this now. How can I embody my sacred feminine power? Hyytämöinen. Interesting. This is really winter energy. Like we are having a winter currently. Resting. Sacred power is there is a time of growth. Interesting, the blossom is here showing. And the balance is even next to it. The balance of growth and balance of like resting. You have to understand that. Of course, you have a hard energy here also. It's beautiful. But cold, it's when the seeds are germinating. So sometimes you have to understand that it's like not bad to rest. It's winter. Take it as like a winter sleep. Now the integration of these two. Pohjolan portit, moon card. Wow. Amazing. Amazing card to unite this Mary Magdalene and Lilith. Moon is always say like a hidden, mysterious, something that you cannot see. Everything is happening and things are happening indeed like a underground. What is this advice here too? Wow. I love that it's a full moon time and we get a moon card. Two major arcana cards, Devil and the Moon. And then this kind of very winter-like Lilith also. It's really connected to this kind of sacred power. Make-believe fight. Let's read that now. I think I leave this to this, that the moon integration is really feminine energy. Black moon in Lilith and Mary Magdalene. It is like a sacred fire in a heart. While Lilith is like unfiltered truth. And truth cleans the heart. There's something about this hidden and mysterious and almost like a mystic heart. Something beautiful about that integration. Like not everything has to be shared, showed. I don't know, there's something about white wolf and black wolf. There's really this polarity here too. Sun and the moon. Sacred fire here as well. Person walking around here. Okay, there are many cards to this card. Maybe before I read this Lilith card, I really have to read you this moon card because it's like it is important. This is the gate of the north. Moon challenges, last judgment, or like a last trial. Unconsciousness, like a subconsciousness, facing the shadows, the hidden instincts, dreams, hopes, missteps, illusions, a gate to another level of consciousness, interaction with your subconscious mind, mystic energy, and a spiritual awakening. Wow. Bringing this thing together is bringing you to spiritual awakening. Okay, let's read this story. What is here? The goddess of the moon, Kuutar, together with the Päivätär, together with the goddess of the day, would sit on the rainbow, knitting silver and golden strings, something that was protection. They would be the queens of the bees, queen bees. Wow, it's connected to this bee again. They would be the rulers of the bees. Moon would control the rhythm of life, and every ordinary life actions were timed with the phases of the moon. Okay, there is this Rahko, was some kind of spirit person who would like make this like eclipses and would like a steal. What is this? It's a lot of little details of this kind of little spirits. Yes, there is all kind of like a spirits related to this kind of phases of the moon. So to the cold village of the north was going a very difficult road of the hell that had a lot of challenges. You had to be aware of all kind of sharp objects or swords, and there was also the streaming river. Oh my god, all these elements are here mentioned. And there was even guarding this kind of fire eagle on the gate and 100-eye snake. So the village of the north was surrounded by like a very thick walls. You could only enter with the gate, and the gates were very much locked, and the gates would go underneath the earth and even up to the heaven. There was 9 gates and even 9 hell levels. There were like a level of every level of the hell was one gate and a lock. And there was a like gatekeeper of this was like a dog that would never bark in vain, but would always tell who was coming. Ei halli valetta hauku, peni syyttä syvättele, himmene jo hien hurtta, raukea manalan rakki rauhan karvallinen, aina portille asuva veräjille viereksivä rautaisissa kahleissa. And also the gates were guarded by the hells, like underworld's bear and a wolf, and even the snakes were circling around. So this is actually like a hell of the north, and it's considered like an island where in this hell is always burning some fire. Oh my god, it's like such a guarded place, nobody can enter. Anyway, moon power is feminine, subconscious, unclear and very like changing. Moon is representing hidden, unconscious senses we are having. This card is depicting also the world of dreams and wishes. The gate of the north is depicting the travel to the underworld, and underworld is the subconscious mind. Here are living our fears, our instinct, and every push down memories that are rising their head in the shape of the beasts. So all these beasts are actually this kind of memories we have pushed away. But also here are living our unconscious wishes and abilities and gifts that are sleeping, waiting, that we would notice they exist and we would start using them. There is really like a sleeping here, a lot of almost like a sleeping beauty here, like you are like needing to stress something, and then there's this blossom here. Anyway, way to the north was full of challenges, and you should get clean of all kind of pride and illusions. The real authenticity comes out. Even you have a lot of challenges going this way, and it's painful. It's a good. You're growing a lot, and you have like a healing, and you are getting better and better when you are going through these challenges and these gates. Many are not wanting to face this gate of the north. Indeed, you should not just go out of curiosity there, but willing to really commit to deep cleaning. This is like an initiation rite that many original people were having in this kind of crossroads. There's a road of no returning. It's almost like the river of no returning, this Marilyn Monroe. Road of no returning. This is the road of the shaman, this part of the shaman. And the moment you step into it, you cannot go back. Wow, we are talking about here Black Moon Lilith and Mary Magdalene uniting, and all this integration is a part of the shaman. So understanding, like almost like there is such an inner like a gold honey coming from the shadows, almost like this black gold would be like a oil coming from all kind of dinosaurs who died. Like same like you are like your pain is moving into this kind of golden honey. You have to understand this kind of subtle integration makes you just more wiser. Cultivating all your gifts is kind of blossoming here. Let's read that now. This is a judgment card. This is really like a final step. You are really like the last step, coming to some kind of full circle. Vacant, transform, stretch, possibilities, direction, growth. It's really like a growth in every kind of way. Almost like you are on your really, this is a part of like a somebody who is really committed to growth and somebody who is wanting to go to north. There's really the north, everything is here pointing to north. Yes. Mothers of the heart are much like flowers. In the bud stage, the relationship is in a state of potential. It requires loving care and attention to help it grow, develop, and bloom. The people involved in the relationship must be willing to trust and open themselves to each other. With the proper amount of nurturing, the relationship will blossom and bring beauty to the lives of those involved. It's time for you to nurture the potential of your relationships. New life and love are waiting for you. You have only to reach out and take hold. Seize the energies of renewal that surround you now and allow yourself to blossom like a beautiful flower. Awaken to the possibilities regarding desires of the heart. A blossom follows the sun because its warmth and light nurture the flower and infuse it with energy. The sun even provides some of the nutrients needed by the blossom. What is the sun in your own life? What nurtures you and helps you thrive? Do your relationships provide what you need? If not, it may be time to transform your life and grow in a new direction. You are in a period of growth regarding affairs of the heart. Stretch yourself and your ideas of what you believe is possible, and know in fact that all things are possible if you will only follow your sun. Affirmation. I awaken to the beauty of relationships that nurture me. And this is a judgment card. Wow. It's almost like you have like some kind of, last temptation here. If you get through that, you can do anything. There is something like that. And I think I didn't read the make believe. Getting a bit tired here, but now I read it. Part number 2. When we were children inhabiting the world of make-believe daily, we were tapping into an essential power inherent in all humans. Soon it gets scrubbed clean from us, eschewed in favor of logic and reason. Its absence is felt keenly in our adulthood's lack of creativity, passion, and playfulness. It is time to bring this essential magic back. Whether you fake it till you make it, or act as if, or subscribe to the tenet that believing is seeing, whatever track you take, your sparks returns as you indulge your imagination, freeing yourself from the rigidity of facts and proofs. Manifestation begins with imagination. Now is the time to let your inner child play in the land of make-believe. Wow. Current feelings of person I have still here. Find number 2. Okay. We have here current feelings of person. God gives the hardest battles to his toughest angels. Yeah, it's almost like this. To face some devil. Mystery to be solved. Third eye, 6 senses open about something great that is gonna happen between you and your person. This connection is mind-blowingly beautiful and rare. It is safe to love. I show all of me. You can be seen for light and shadow. Why we hide our shadow. There's really this polarity here too. And light in the end of the tunnel. Wow, they are really like, this is like an end of the tunnel. This is really promising, like what you are going. It looks like you're going to the dark and cold, and then there's this blossom. It's almost like the spring is already here. Heart chakra opening, yes. You guide me through gateway into higher dimensions. I feel power of love now, sacred space between us, through magnetism. Wow. Your person really feels this blossoming. There's really like even this kind of guiding light here, light in the end of the tunnel. Here's the moon and the inner honey. Understanding your worry. Maybe that is the thing. This was also talking about this kind of text about the goddess of the moon and the sun, like being ruling the bees. It's got inner worthiness. Understand that. Okay, this was your reading, pile number 2. I'm gonna prepare the next. Okay, this is your reading. Pile number 3. Let's read immediately Faust. A dogmatist. Let doubters rail and critics bawl, I'll stand by my conviction. If there's no devil after all, there's devils here. These devils here are fiction. An idealist. The power of my fantasy today seems much augmented. I must say, if all this is me, I'm temporarily demented. A realist. Is substance now no longer sound? Is something wrong with matter? I once stood for square on the ground. Today I'm all a totter. A supernaturalist. I'm delighted to be here and pleased to meet these creatures. Yes, we are. This chapter is Walpurgis Night Dream and the wedding of the Oberon and Titania. I'm delighted to be here and pleased to meet these creatures, for devils prove to me that there are higher spirit natures. Skeptic. They search for buried truths. Maybe the flames will lead them wrong here. Devil and doubt both start with D, so I think I belong here. The conductor, grasshopper, frog, I'll not endure this clumsy ululation. Fly snout and knot nose, think of your professional reputation. The clever ones. We are the new Sanssouci elite. That's amazing. It really look like a Sanssouci, this one. I've been in there in Germany. It's kind of place. We are new Sanssouci elite, a merry lot of clowners. We made no headway on our feet, so now we upside downers. The inept ones. Once we were shot and got our share by dancing court attendants. God helps us now. Our feet are bare in these days of independence. Below the wisps. We are from the bogs and swamps, and here we come to join these revels. We may be humbly born, but we are now smart and dashing devils. A shooting star. Oh dear, I've fallen from on high. A brief and brilliant meteor, and now flat in the grass I lie. Who will help me to my feet here? The heavy brigade. Make way, as we dance round. The grass is all downtrodden. We are spirits too, but spirits can be very heavy sodden. Book. You clod-hopping calf elephants, how ponderous you trample. Book shall be clumsiest in this dance. Just follow my example. Ariel. Nature gave wings to some, in some the spirit elevates you. Follow me, I'm light, so come. The rose-red hills await you. This was this kind of play for Faust and they will be watching. Let's see, this is now the rebel fight. Interesting is your Lilith energy. This is here, your guidance card comes from this path of light and is number 10, service. Your karma card is sign, it's Aries. Your willpower, what you think you know about. Spiritual, your willpower, mental, what you think you know about. Physical, do it your own way, and being very this kind of I am. And indeed, I'm giving you I am card. What is in this pile now? This kind of embodiment, I am energy, Aries energy. I'm kind. So whatever you're serving others or having a rebel fight, remember to be kind. Okay, let's start. Last pile. I hope my voice is not going away. So first we look into shadow. What part of me is rising from the shadow? This block, fear, attachment, all story that needs to be shed. Now we got this was a Lilith side, now it's Mary Magdalene. What needs healing or compassion? Where your heart wants softness, forgiveness, or gentleness. And 5, how can I embody my sacred feminine power? And I forgot to give you this number 3 part, that was what truth is being revealed now. Okay. Okay, so shadow is the book of shadows, as above, so below. This is a queen who is moving the pain to wisdom, as above, so below. Something about the shadow is understanding that really this is so, as above, so below. Very shadowy energy here anyway, this person too. Then the block here, you have a divine counterpart here, wow. This is talking about like a twin flame connection here now on this Lilith. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes, Carl Jung. Carl Jung mentioned the Book of Shadows and the Red Book. Wow, this union, this block, this is talking about shadow and the blocks, but there is really something about like intellectual. Sometimes there is this block can be that you are like you're demanding a lot from yourself, like a high, what is it, high expectations. There's something about that. Believe that you have to do a lot or something. There's really these books here, but still these are two, they're a couple. Interesting, they are showing the shadow side. Maybe it's very mental. Everything is very mental. It's just a mental connection. There's nothing physical. It's just ideas are united. It's like she's writing and he's reading. Okay, what's revealed now? Okay, there is still the same card that came in albino one. So Wheel of Fortune, TikTok, the two most powerful warriors are patience and time. You have to be patient. The timing is everything. Reminding of this kind of destiny. Okay, then of course this is also Jupiter energy. Jupiter is currently in Cancer, so there is this family, and sometimes I was thinking like, what would it be? Because Jupiter can be also showing some negative way, the expansion. So homeland security would be like expanding, like people want to just be really safe. There's something about that. So borders can be also closed when the Cancer is wanting to keep your family safe. Walls are rising. It's just like, yeah, what does it mean? Anyway, this is now here. Patience and time, you need that. Then Mary Magdalene is what needs healing and compassion. Moon energy. We're having currently full moon energy. Welcome. This is sacred space. Stay magical. Wow, the service is also here. It is true that when you are in this kind of guru energy, you understand that it's important to serve others. It's really like a higher like a purpose that you can be helpful for the others. So something about that is here also. Magical service. Okay, and then how can I embody my sacred feminine power? Five of Swords. If a little daydreaming is dangerous, the cure for it is not dream less, but to dream more. To dream all the time, Marcel Proust said it. You should be like oh, I didn't give you the last card. Wait. This is the integration is the last. Wow. Being dreaming. Very much sword energy. Everything is very mental here. Rebellious thoughts. Okay. And now this is the integration card where these two feminine archetypes are uniting. Feel it. Spiritual journey. Okay. I feel the movement of my heart towards what I love. Wow. So it is all about this kind of like a spiritual journey. Sometimes you need to do that alone. And indeed, it's not just what clock shows. It shows like there's a divine time. Then you have to have a patience and time. Like a patience is like a virtue in spiritual journey. And you have to feel the movement of my heart towards what I love. Like timing comes with your heart. Your heart becomes a clock. Wow, I want to verify something here. Let's verify this classic tarot. let's have this Wheel of Fortune card. What truth is being revealed now? It's also Capricorn, stagnant with the resources. Patient time with money, maybe like in sense of saving money, like you have to have patience with what you got, cannot just spend it all. How about this 5? Okay, another more swords. 9 of swords can be really heavy if you are like this. Is also talking about like a dreaming. If a little daydream is dangerous, the cure for it is not dream less but dream more. Dream all the time. This person is waking up from a dream. The dream is cut. This advice is kind of like a dream all the time. Don't stop dreaming. It's almost like, okay, I need to wake up now. The dream is ended. The dream is not ended, it's going. You have to believe in it. Can be a wake-up call, something, but we will come to this. Healing and compassion is hidden sacred energy. Okay, it's also love. Okay, so there is some kind of like a true love hidden here. Healing heart, healing, coming together. Maybe this indeed is real, like it happens. There is this divine union here already. That is shadow too. This is set, this divine feminine, Queen of Sword, divine masculine, King of Sword, very mental people. They are in this shadow and block. And they here, things are hidden, but that is actually needing healing, this kind of sacred space between this divine feminine and divine masculine. So, I think the darkness heals eventually. You might feel that the book of shadow is something like a witch's book that nobody can see it, but you are hiding your thoughts there. Still, it's a very healing practice too. You don't always have to tell your plans to everybody. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. It's all about looking inside, deeper. Really, this Lilith energy too, the black moon Lilith. Things are going just deeper and deeper every day. Yes. Just hold on to this thing. It's good. It's so 2 times join this connection here. Okay, let's see current feelings of person, because it's so much this love here. I'm gonna go to the Lilith energy soon. Advices, your person, what wanna say to you? This divine person loves you. Okay. What we have here? Precious love, wanting to protect what is good and pure, appreciation of union, sacred connection, the one, holy grail, highest vibe. Okay, so this is the highest vibe. There's something dark in it too. Twin flames, okay, everything is already showing a lot of twin flames here, but twin flames are brought together for a purpose that goes beyond a personal relationship. They are here to serve the collective, to bring light, healing, and transformation to the world. Wow, this is totally explaining this position. What needs healing? These twin flames are actually giving, this service card is connected to them. They are here to serve the collective, to bring light, healing, and transformation to the world. Innocent, pure heart, healing, light, naive, childlike, trusting, meaning well. Wow. Person see you like that. This rabbit. Patient rabbit. Green eye rabbit. And then we have here, I carry your smile with me even when you are far away. Support your ally. Okay, you have to be supportive. And again, twin flame. Okay, so this is very clear twin flame reading now. All the twin flame experience Older twin brings experience and wisdom. Younger twin offers innovation and creativity. Together they form a powerful team capable of creating change that they can't achieve alone. Yes, really. I think there is something about like the shadow is that they have to be much more supporting each other. The spiritual journey happens alone. And there is this feeling alone. But coming together is like a full power. Okay. And rebel fight. Is this also part of this thing? Rebels. Rebel. I love you so. Where is this book? Where did I put it now? Wait. So let's see this rebel fight. What is it? In a society that profits from your self-doubt, loving yourself is an act of rebellion. This means you love yourself enough to dress the way you want, talk the way you want, build a life exclusively devoted to the ways of your own choosing. Most women are terrified, and rightfully so, of standing out. Being perceived as different has been a source of ridicule, rejection, and shame for millennia. It's time to change that. Being true to the girl within and letting her move through the world in a way that feels most true to herself is a big step toward authentic power. By giving yourself the delight of free expression, you create the permission for others to do the same. This rebellion is the first step toward revolution. Why blend in when you were born to stand out? Be a rebel, find what you love and do more of that. It's where the revolution begins. Yes, like this. Shadow Sister Healing Tarot readings. Maybe I should start to dress like this. Even though I'm much more blonde. But here is the dark Lilith energy. And your advice card comes from this part of light. It's a service. Wow. I like that this 10 card here is same number here as well. Selfless service, action performed without ego and for the benefit of others, is the highest form of action. It is through serving others without thought of what you will get in return that you will experience nourishment and fulfillment that is unsurpassed. This verse, there is like a verse 3:19 to 20. Through devoted, selfless service without attachment, you will attain the supreme. Do your work for the welfare of others and the world. This verse tells us something remarkable and unexpected. It is virtually the opposite of what we are taught in modern times. These days, our lives are geared towards pursuing our own ends, working for our own benefit, and seeking what we can get for ourselves. It is normal to be obsessed with what we are trying to achieve. It is normal to be full of lust, greed, and desire to fulfill our own cravings and achieve our own ends. It is normal to be filled with self-centered will and selfishness. Life is, after all, about me. This type of thinking is the product of a lower self or ego, and the illusory framework of separation that it operates within. It is the idea that we are all separate, disconnected bits of matter that need only take care of themselves. This error is caused by avidya, ignorance, or lack of understanding. When we live our life based on the idea of separation, we feel increasingly disconnected, alone, insecure, unsafe, unhappy, and unfulfilled. Selfless service, seva in Sanskrit, is presented by the Jita as the cure. Being selfless doesn't mean we receive no benefit from our actions. We do. We receive the fulfillment and meaning that comes from serving others without any thought of what we will get. Selfless means we offer our action without echo from a higher self, with love and without attachment. Seva is based on the understanding that we are all one, that all has its source in the one cosmic consciousness known as Brahman in the yogic tradition. The universe and all the forms within it are a manifestation of this one force. And it follows then that what happens to you happens to me in some way. When one of us suffers, we all suffer. Our lives and fates are inseparable. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, in a real sense, all life is interrelated. All men are caught in an inexplicable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be, and you can never be what you ought to be until I am what I ought to be. This is the inner related structure of reality. Okay, there's a lot of stuff still here. It's very nice thing that is like all this kind of food is served. Support your ally. I'm kind. Even thinking you know who you are and everything, but just kindness is what is needed here in this pile. I wonder if I should verify anything more. This is not integration, the spiritual journey. Accepting that you are on a spiritual journey and sometimes things are alone, but there is clearly visible this twin flame energy and twin flame journey. So there is a divine counterpart for you. I can see that. Precious love. Beautiful things. Yes. Okay, I think I end this reading here. Getting very sleepy. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a like. Subscribe if you already didn't. I also have another material I'm creating for this for Advents. So now I have this Lilith and Mary Magdalene how to be psychic material, tuning into a little bit more what you can do to actually live this kind of embodiment of psychic life, how you can be more that. I'm talking about that in my membership video. So if you want to be member, it doesn't cost much. You can support me a bit more. And I have already one like last Sunday I published one video of Lilith. Now it's about Lilith and Mary Magdalene energy. Anyway, see you next Sunday. And yes, also yes, what else? See you then. Bye.